damning. And now the question arises, can Cyril Ramaphosa stay on as President of the African National Congress and as President of South Africa? I think the answer is without any doubt, no. There is no ways that someone who is now facing a prima facie case with regards to the serious crimes that had been stipulated by Arthur Fraser in the charges that he brought to the Rosebank police station, now almost 6 months ago, charges of contravening the Foreign Exchange Act, of having abducted people across the borders of our country, having brought them back to the PHALA PHALA farm homestead, having interrogated and tortured them without any police case ever having been opened. But among those who were interrogated and tortured right there in the lounge of the PHALA PHALA farm state was a woman. So also a crime of gender-based violence. The abuse of state and police resources by having gotten the head of his presidential protection team together with a private citizen, Benjani Chauke, illegally crossing borders with the assistance of police resources, even a helicopter, abducting people illegally across the borders. But then very seriously, not having declared millions of United States dollars that have evidently illicitly been brought into the country, contravening our foreign exchange laws, contravening also our tax laws by not having declared that huge amount of money to the South African Revenue Service. Cyril Ramaphosa has acknowledged that he is running a private business, selling of animals on the side as a hustle, while he is the President of the Republic of South Africa. And it is evident that in terms of our executive code, what is provided for in the Constitution, this is not allowed. The president cannot have another job. He cannot run other businesses. His business must be to run the country. And our Constitution and the Executive Code is absolutely clear about it. That is exactly what the last finding of the series of findings of the independent panel is, that he acted in contravention of what the Constitution stipulates with regards to the position of President of the Republic of South Africa. Now, I've said this numerous times. Cyril Ramaphosa is the wrong person to be the President of the Republic of South Africa. He is also the wrong person to be the President of the oldest liberation movement, in fact, the leader of society in South Africa and throughout Africa. He is someone who has brought the African National Congress and our government, our national government, into serious disrepute. This is only one of a series of contraventions, of criminal acts that Ramaphosa had made himself guilty of. It starts even by the bribing of candidates at the 54th National Conference of the ANC in 2017. Even something that he himself acknowledged in the evidence that he gave before the Zondo Commission. The only issue that he disputed was the amount of money that was used for bribes at the 54th National Conference of the ANC. The lies that he told to the National Assembly about the funds that came from Bosasa to the CR17 campaign, the lies that he told about the relationship of his son Andile with Bosasa, all the other issues which go back even to the period before Ramaphosa became president of the Republic of South Africa and of the African National Congress. His involvement in the Marikana massacre, that concomitant email that he sent, which led to the actions of the South African Police Service and the deaths of many of those mine workers. His relationship with Genco, a company that has been declared by the United States of America as a criminal enterprise. I can go on and on. So the call that I and other conscientious comrades of the African National Congress have made now for over a year, Ramaphosa must go. That call has received new and strong impetus with these unequivocal findings of the independent panel that was appointed by the National Assembly. Now the challenge is, and this is a very serious challenge that the African National Congress's National Executive Committee cannot escape. The challenge is, what are you going to do? Are you going to allow someone who now has to face criminal charges to stay in charge of the African National Congress? Are you going to apply your own stepping aside resolution, that resolution that you specifically reformulated and had rewritten in order to target in a factional manner specific members of the African National Congress, among them Comrade Ace Magashule, the Secretary General of the ANC? Are you now selectively going to say that Ace Magashule had to be targeted through the stepping aside resolution, but that very same resolution is not going to be applicable to Cyril Ramaphosa? Surely that is untenable. Surely that is something that not even this deeply compromised, sell-out National Executive Committee of the African National Congress will be able to countenance. An emergency meeting of the National Executive Committee of the ANC must be called with immediate effect. And that NEC emergency meeting will have no other option but to demand of Cyril Ramaphosa to resign his position as president of the African National Congress. And consequently, once he has resigned that position, a decision that the NEC of the ANC can take, because they've taken that decision twice before with regards to Thabo Mbeki and also President Jacob Zuma. Once that decision is taken, then Ramaphosa must be removed also as President of the Republic of South Africa.